going to show my Telegram now. So you can see what I'm seeing. Okay, I'm in. What do I have to do? Oh, so they have conversations here. They need to change that if they're watching. If any of these guys are watching this, you need to make your Telegram group a community, more interactive. You can't just be like a news channel. It's going to be very, look, 360, 40. You want people, I want to go in there and start asking questions and stuff. Getting to know the team and trying to just ask stuff. So they have this, oh, there's this AMA. This is the AMA that you were talking about. Well, I'm not going to watch it now. I'll listen to it now. I think real world assets are going to be a big deal. That's why I'm crazy into D-travel, as you already know. So I think the problem of America though is that there's a lot of issues with equities, like tokens which represent equities, derivatives. I think it'd be a lot easier outside of the USA, but I mean, if they've figured out a way of cracking this nut, then obviously you want to be in America because that's where the money is. So each token holder must register on Carnomaly to be eligible for rewards. Carnomaly employees are not eligible. One member per household. All vehicle rules of return, households are face limits. I don't really know, like, okay, let's have a look at the white paper. The Web3 automotive ecosystem that rewards users for responsible vehicle ownership. Okay. I'm not going to read it out because it's just quite long. I'm just going to skim and see if I pick up anything that's interesting. The Carnomaly ecosystem is an evolving and innovative suite of software solutions designed to merge the auto industry with the trust, security, and transparency of blockchain. These services. Okay, here it is. Below is an illustration that demonstrates how both standards and enterprise users will access the Carnomaly ecosystem, interact with smart contracts, send and receive digital rewards, and navigate through available solutions. So CARR tokens go into users, go into enterprise users, go into the ecosystem. You have an app, which perks and rewards, dealer portal, perks. It's quite complicated. CARR DeFi. I like the CARR DeFi. That's what I'm interested in, really. That's what I'm really interested in, the CARR DeFi. CARR Guard must be some kind of insurance. The rest is just utility. So you're creating this economy, and CARR tokens are going to power this economy. And in this economy, there's going to be loans, and there's going to be insurance, and there's going to be rewards and perks. Yeah, sounds like normal. Scheduling maintenance, insurance claims, car garage, buying, thanks you. Selling, financing. I like the financing and the insurance part. And those are the two biggest areas, actually. Dealer portal. Carnomaly acknowledges that dealers can struggle with providing a quality inventory to buyers. Finding reliable cars worth selling can be a tedious task, requiring a lot of time over to navigate the best options. Our platform and solution. Polygon, yeah, Polygon. So this is a real world asset on Polygon. Perfect. I think RWA is going to do really well in the next year. Even if it's just a speculative venture for most people. Most people don't really know what's going to be big or not, and so they're gonna speculate. I think here's the tokenomics. Okay, legal advisors, reserve company. What's that company? Partnerships, exchange, liquidity, public. So only 30%. See, this is kind of, I don't know. You know, I see this. I don't see a problem with this kind of tokenomics. It's very standard. It's not true Web3. It's not a pure Web3 idea. It's like a very kind of, let's just raise money from the crypto capital markets to create our application, which is going to be built on blockchain. Yeah, it's not like it's not like a peer-to-peer application. It's not like a decentralized application. You're not empowering people. You know, you're still just creating some kind of centralized entity, centralized, like a web. It's like a Web 2.0 company, but utilizing Web 3 concepts and ideas. So I think in the future, a true Web 3 application will be the thing of the future. Like peer-to-peer will be the future. Not, this isn't the future. This is in between. This is like a transition from Web 2 to Web 3. But eventually Web 3 is going to be decentralized and peer-to-peer. And this is kind of like a stepping stone. So I don't see any problems, but it's something to think about. Yeah. When did they publish this white paper? What does it say? That's right. Very speculative. Yeah, I would create some partnerships with some top DeFi. Be an early adopter blockchain. Yeah. Was that news? See what that news item is. It's quite older, 22. It's quite older. Look, August 5, 22. Why are they not publishing recent news? Where's their blog? They need a blog. So I can see what's going on. This is all old. I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Why is their news so old? What's that? Instagram. Hmm, 39 posts, not many followers. They don't really have a community, huh? They need to do more work, I think. Like, oh, Plano. Joined 29. You know, I used to live in Plano back in 2008 for 1.5 years. I know it very well, and it's a software company. That's so funny. Oh, they are posting though. 3 easy time with a click. Get a quote. Interesting, you'll get a quote. Get a lot of interaction with at least their Twitter's active. Carnomaly is gearing up for game-changing integration with NMV TIS in early 2024. This is what you want. You want partnerships. Portos. No. How am I going to benefit? I don't know. Why would I buy this token? I don't know. Why? Do I need to buy it to buy cars? Can I only do it through their token? I don't know. I don't really know how that works. They haven't kind of told me why I need their token. They've told me about their economy. I'm just trying to figure out why. I don't understand the why yet. You can expand to international markets. Dude, you got to master your own market first before you expand. I'd probably have to listen to the AMA to get a better feel of what's going on. But look at they launched in 2020. That was before the bull market, the last bull market. That was during COVID. And it's taken like so long for them to get to here. You know, this is the thing. Like, why is it taking so long? Why hasn't they generated more interest? Why don't they have a bigger community? Why isn't the product launched yet? Or, you know, like there's a lot of questions. Why don't they have enough followers? Like, they've been going for such a long time, and like all it would really take is for someone to come along with a better proposal, launch it out into the crypto markets now, and the hype and speculation, get a lot of funding, and they could just really overtake this quickly. So I think there's some questions that haven't been answered, and they need to think about a lot of things. And I don't know if the why has been answered either. Like, I want to know why I would accumulate this token, and why the public needs this. Why this is going to be crucial for all. Like, what's the market? Who is it? Is it just car dealers? Is it just car buyers, or is it Tom, Dick, and Harry around the corner? And you know, and I don't know. There's a lot of questions. Right, let's go to the charts. Forget about that, let's go to the charts now. Let's see what the charts are telling us. So even though the product has been in play since 4 years ago, it looks like this chart is relatively new. Actually, let me just quickly go back to CoinGecko. And let me see on CoinGecko. What this is saying. So they launched. Oh look, see, this is interesting. They launched on March 21. So this This is before the wave 5 of BTC. So BTC went down and then it went up. 21. Did it? Yeah, BTC crashed in May 21, and then it rallied up to November for the last drop. And this launched at the peak of the hysteria, and look, it's just gone down. It launched and it's just gone down. See that? So this is telling you something already. And it had quite a high volume, like $1.7 million worth of volume when it launched, and it went up briefly. I don't know where it launched. So for 3 days it went up. The volume was 3 million. 3 million. Alright. So look what happened. Basically they launched the token and the team literally sold everything. They just sold all their stock. They just sold all their tokens, sold into that. That's what they did. And they didn't buy back. They haven't really bought back in. Well, they might have, but there's a bit of volume here. This was also, look, see, this is what I was saying. It came up to November. That's when BTC came back up again. So it went to the lows, which was like 10 cents. Then it 3x'd. And then went all the way back down and it started making new lows. So I don't like that at all. I'm not saying it can't go up. I just don't like that behavior. I think this is your token. You have to value it. You just gonna, is it just a way to raise money? Is that all crypto is? A money making Ponzi? You know, what's the utility on this token? Do you value this token enough to buy back in and defend the price? That's what I'm saying. There's a lot of questions, you know, and I think most serious investors are going to ask the same questions. Probit Global, I don't know where it was launched. Probably on it says Bitmart. I don't know, because when I look at the Bitmart, this is Bitmart, right? That's 22. That's not 21. And I can't get lower, like it went lower. I can't get the launch info. Have a look. CARR USD. No, you're not going to get that, whatever that is that they have, right? So there's really no volume on this. So we have 445 million, 210 million. We've come up from the lows now. Yeah. There's a bit of buying here, look, when was that? September. So last month. Maybe this is the team, maybe they're just buying back into their token now, look in September. Buying. How much? It's 84. It's cheaper, look. Oh my god, it's so cheap. It's already from the low. From the all-time low to now, we're already up 7x. We're above the value area high, but it's so illiquid. I think this is like you just buy like a couple of $100 and just see what happens. That's kind of how I would approach this. Because if it's going to do well, you'll make money with even a small amount in, and if it doesn't, then it doesn't matter because it's such a small amount anyway. That's kind of what I'm thinking at the moment, because who knows? I think, like I said, when Matic pumps, it's very likely that all of these like shit coins are gonna pump too. But nothing has given me confidence in the project at the moment. Is it bullish? Well, you have volume. Look, you've got volume coming in here. Yeah, see that? So that's your kind of like, this is, you're on support, and you've got volume coming here now. You're above the value area high. You don't really want the price to come back in, otherwise we're just going to accumulate some. But I think with a token like this is the thing. Look, from where we are now, if you were to just buy some small amount, this is a 2x, right up to the top of this candle. 2x, up to there is a 2x. Do you not take your profit? 2x, 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 2x. Yeah. You like to see, I think you want to see more consolidation on this. I think you want to see the lows tested. You know, I'd like to see the lows tested to see how much real interest there is, you know, in these lows. I'd like to see the lows tested, and I'd like to see this volume tested to see if you get another injection of volume at the lows. I'd like to see that before I take a more considerable position size. That's how I would view it. Like, I mean, you could start to scale in a little bit, very small amount, but the reality is there's a lot of questions that have to be answered for me as an investor, as a long-term investor, to participate. And I think on the back of Matic, there's no reason why this doesn't go up X amount, 30x. But when I look at this, when I see how the money was extracted in the initially, yeah, I would be worried that the same thing would happen again. See, they'll be extracted. So I'd be worried that this is just being looked upon as a way to extract money from crypto. That's why I'd be worried. So I think the team would have to do a lot more to allay my concerns as an investor. I'd have to see a lot more on their website, on their Telegram, and let me have a look at their roadmap. Look at this, 2020, come on. The 4 years of development. What have I got? I don't know what I've got. I don't think this is healthy, you know, 4 years of development and this is what I'm looking at. This isn't healthy. I'd re-look at this whole thing. Like, if I was the team, you know, I'd re-look at the whole thing now and maybe even relaunch, reinvent yourselves and relaunch, and come up with something a little bit more compelling. Personally, is it bullish? I have no idea, because we don't have enough volume profile, we don't have enough data, We don't have enough liquidity. Will it go up? Yeah, it could on the back of Matic. It's all on the back of Matic, and it's all going to be speculative. But again, it's going to be the same issue. There's not going to be enough liquidity, and the team would have to hype this to the moon. So where is it? Carnomaly. Is there enough hype on their Twitter page? The CARR app you've always needed. Well, I've never needed one. So what can I say? They got a water bottle. That's funny. Vehicle tracking with a unique digital vehicle identification number, permanently linked to conventional VIN, stored securely in a blockchain, ensuring the safety of it. Like, show me the value, show me the token value. That's what I want to know. How is this token going to go up in value? Like, where is it going to get its value from? Is it going to come from car owner, like from the car value itself? Like, show me how the token is going to become valuable. And that's what most people are going to be looking at this, asking themselves that same question. Like, is it just speculative? Are we just going to experience a pump and dump, and on the back of massive hysteria at the peak of Bitcoin? Or are we looking at a serious product? Oh, it's on Google, huh? Let me have a look. Oh, 5-star reviews, 28 reviews and stuff. Blockchain-based platform that aims to reimagine the Omoto experience. I want to see why it's valuable. You're just using the blockchain as a platform to achieve what you could. It's just Web 2 basically, but you're using the blockchain. That's what I'm getting. Excellent app. February 23, look, it's only been reviewed. Last review 23. Android app needs to update VIN capture mix. It only works. Yeah, but still gave a 5-star. Blessed blockchain dealership. So is it an app to support your own personal dealership, or is this like a Web3 project which is designed to do something much more altruistic, much more for the world? I don't know. All right, I think that's it. I don't really have anything else to say. That's your volume profile. There's not enough data. When you look at this is the real. Actually, let me check Dex Gurus, because you never know. They might have. I might be able to find it on that. Okay, I guess not. Let me have a look at the log scale. See that? So, for points of reference, if you're looking to trade this, take the all-time high here, this value here, which is, it's hard to tell, 9.98 cents. See that? This is your real value. So whatever chart you're on, probably this one because it's the only one. Do this. You're going to trade this. put a line there and call it all-time high, right? Whatever happens, you're going to take a large portion of your profit, if not most of it, at the all-time high, right? If it gets there, and that would already be a 2000x if there's enough liquidity to get there. And the reality is, let's see on this what the all-time low is, because I think the volume is so low. This is good, like 2 million, no, 2,000. All right, so right now we're at 50,000 volume. What's the volume up here? It was a million, yeah. People were just selling a million, they're selling, just selling. Yeah. Let me see. What's the low, the all-time low? Does it say actually? Oh, here it is. Oh, look, here it says all-time high $1.1. See that? Alright, let's change that then. That's your all-time high. This is your all-time low. Do exactly the same thing, just create a line. That's your all-time low, so this is wrong. Call it the same thing. All-time low. And then forget about the rest of the candles, I can't say anything. Just do a fib from the all-time high to the all-time low. And this is going to be your natural resistance on the way up, this golden pocket area. So you have it now. So from where we are now to the 618, there's a 62x. 62x. So if you're going to, I mean, personally, that's where I'll be looking to take most of my profit. And you know, I don't know how accurate these levels are too, but maybe they line up. So let me just do a full fib. Yeah, look, probably, honestly, this is your first significant take profit, this 236, because you see how it lines up? You see how it lines up here? Obviously that overshoots, but that doesn't matter. You see how all of this lines up? So this looks correct, huh? This looks good. And you're basically looking at 91% above that level. It's not much, it's not a big distance to go. There's not much in it right now for you in terms of risk versus reward, because you're very close to a block of resistance, and it's a major fib level too. You see that? So I mean, ideally what you want is lower prices. You either want lower prices. I wouldn't mind a test of these lows to see how resilient, to see whether, you know, whether we can make a higher low. I wouldn't mind a higher low. Yeah. At the very least, a swing failure of the lows. Yeah. To take the liquidity, to see if these people here sell or they hold, to test their resilience. I'd like to see that. And also you'll get a better risk versus reward in terms of your investment, you know. I'd want to see these people tested, whether they continuously buy and defend the lows, or whether they dump and then the price, if they sell, the price still comes back above the all-time low, then you can enter. Then you have a small invalidation because you don't expect it to make another all-time low, and then you have the best risk versus reward because you're right at the bottom. That would be the trade. Or I would want this 236 that I've just drawn, which is clearly some sort of level, to be flipped into support. And we're not far from it now anyway. Yeah, we're not far. See, it's only 89% higher in the scale of how much it's already come from this point of control. Point of control, we're already 130% up, so just there's not much risk versus reward. Like, even if you were to enter now, you'd be looking to take profit there anyway. So why not just wait for it to go up, wait for a little kind of consolidation back test. As it starts to go up, you have an invalidation because you don't expect it to do that. Then you're out. That's the trade. So you're looking for a flip of that 236 at the very least, or you're looking for a test of the lows at the very best. Like, honestly, I would prefer that. I would prefer a test of the lows, and then you could get you could get the most amazing entry if we go back down, you know. If you can, the other thing you can do, let me zoom in a little bit more. So I think you understand how I've done this. You just mark out the all-time high, mark out the all-time low. The data is from CoinGecko. Draw your fib on a log scale, so you have your levels, and just go level by level, level to level, and just work your way up, with the biggest resistance is going to be at the golden pocket. Yeah, I mean, it's hard because we don't have much data, but I mean, when does this leave the range? Probably there. Yeah, exactly. Look, see that? So this is the higher range here. And after we lose that, then we have a lower range. This is a lower range here. We lose that range. So we're in the lower range now. This is like two ranges right now. And this is, since we lost that level, we're in this lower range here now. So really what you want to do is you want to flip and come into the higher range, and we're in the higher range. Then you could buy the support, the low of the higher range, rather than buying into the highs of the lower range. And that's your, I would be very, that's how it is. It's very simple. You don't need to overcomplicate this. I don't know if you're involved with the company or not, but I mean, I think they're onto something. But if you are involved, then you can give them this video, and I'm happy to give them some more feedback if that's what they want. Yeah, that's it. Pretty straightforward. Let me do a long. So I would love to see an SFP of this low. That's basically the trade. I'm going to set an alert just in case it goes down that far. Then I'm going to quickly create an account on BitGet, whatever it was, and buy $100 worth. Right there. Get a low, get an SFP of that low. I'm going to do it. I'm gonna create another line there just in case it makes a higher low. Somewhere there. Create an alert on that. Long on SFP. So as the price comes into I'll get an alert, wait for the low to be taken. As it comes back up, I'll take the trade, and this is my invalidation. Okay, and then that's how you would take an SFP trade. If you make a higher low, I would wait for the price to get back into the value area. You see this value area on this lower range, you just extend it as the price comes forward, you just keep on pulling it. As the price comes back into the value area low, then I would take the long, and I wouldn't expect it once it gets back into the value area low to leave, because once you come back into the value area, that's a sign of strength. You wouldn't expect it to leave. So you see how here it comes into the value area low, it doesn't leave. So the minute it leaves and closes outside of it, then that's not what you want to see. You want to see it to come back, at the very least back test it to go up. So in this circumstance, if you're looking at a higher low, not an SFP but a higher low, you just wait for it to kind of leave the value area low or come back in, or best case scenario, to wick down but hold the value area low, and you can maybe take a trade. You just need an invalidation, something where you know the trade is wrong. Once you have an invalidation, you can take the trade. If you were to take the trade now, what's the invalidation? You don't really have one, or it's too far away. You know, what are you going to wait until it comes all the way back into the value area before you know that your trade is wrong? You might as well just wait for this higher level to flip, because at least then you have an invalidation, which is to lose the higher range and go back into the lower range. So I think that's the trade. And this kind of asset, low liquidity, you've got key take profits all the way up, just every single fib level. You can start taking profit with the biggest take profit is obviously going to be the golden pocket, all-time high. If by some chance this asset gets above the all-time high, I mean, you're looking at a crazy return. So most of your profit's taken anyway, but see, that's the 2000x. 2000x. I think you wouldn't try to wait until the all-time high before you took all your profit. That would be crazy. As you hit each level, you'd be taking profit and be looking at an average, scaling out over the average, and not risking it because of the illiquid nature of this token, and also all the other questions which I've raised, unless of course there is some significant changes down the line. And you saw that, like they started announcing some key changes which would make it more attractive for a longer hold. All right, that's it. I hope that helps. Okay, let me have a look. Someone said, just a few people know about it. Dude, you've been around since 2000, and if only a few people know about it, there's a problem. Oh god. Oh, it doesn't? Shit, I hope it is live. Fuck. If it's not live, I will be very depressed. This is not good. Did I not go live?
Have you heard of the term BMV?
Shit. Come on. Did I not go live? No, it is live. Streaming. Live. Yeah. Well, anyway, I'm sure I can cut this as a separate video. I probably will anyway. Is there any comments? Oh, there's some comments. Haha, I didn't even see that. Hey Amir, the company has re-engaged. It's now building, making partnerships, updates. I'd love to see. Look at this 6 months. This token will be very hard to gauge with TA. Perhaps you could reach out to the CARR team. All right, okay, no worries. Probably more data on Probit Global, yeah. Can you do a fib on Probit? How do I get the chart on Probit? That's the question. I don't know how to get the chart on Probit. How do I get the chart on Probit? Do I have to go to their website? Buy crypto. Exchange. Here's the app. CARR. Hold on a second, let me figure this out. Settings, how do I look at the date? Let me just sum out that. Oh, they're days, that's it. Oh yeah, there is a lot more data. Oh god, there's a lot of data. Right. Am I going to have to cut this out? And oh god, I'm going to have to go and do some editing. That sucks. Never mind. Be fun. Alright. How do I get to log? Can I not do it? Should be there. Let's get to logger. It's usually down here. Oh, there it is. Yeah. Get rid of these. There's the launcher. Okay, so you have a launch price too. Just FYI, the launch price is going to be important as well, technically speaking. So so definitely mark that level on your charts. I think whatever happens, they're going to have to get above there and flip that into support before it goes up. That's going to be critical to the health of this token. But this looks better. It doesn't look as bad as the other one. Increasing volume, yeah. At the lows, yeah. The increase in volume actually began here. It started to increase. This probably won't have the other tool that I use, the volume profile. Oh, it does, huh? Where's the lines? Park. Developing park, no, developing area. Don't want the developing one, I just want the value area. Where's the value area? Really, really, really poor volume profile. But let's just take it from when we lose that key level, which is the launch price. Okay, so you can see it, but it's very difficult to see. basically there. And so yeah, we're above the value area now. I'd love to see a test back down. I don't know if we're going to get it. This is the thing about trading. You just don't know what can happen in the future. Could we get a test? I'd like to see a test. But we're above the value area low now. We've left this lower range. We are coming into resistance. It's exactly where I said, somewhere here. This is a range here. This is another range. And obviously this is your highest range up there. There's not much volume in this down move here, if you can see. So the reality is that if this line, this launch price of pennies, half a cent, whatever it was, gets flipped into support, then the price will probably go up quite fast. But you know, from where we are now to the launch price, it's a 10x up. 10x. People are going to be taking profit, and there's not enough liquidity for people to take profit without the price to come back down. So I think obviously in the scheme of things, you're going to need a few exchange launches to boost the volume for sure. Otherwise, you're going to be it's going to be difficult for people to extract value without pulling the price down. But yeah, but I mean, that's from a trading perspective. Flip this level, same as what I said before, flip this level and you can buy that, or test for lower, go for lower. And I prefer lower. I always prefer lower, but it might not come. So in the meantime, this could just range a little bit. And actually, that's kind of what I wouldn't mind this to range a little bit more, rather than just to go up. I think a little bit of prolonged consolidation. Obviously, this isn't realistic because if you look at the timing, Bitcoin bull market begins in April, so it's not realistic. So maybe just one or two red candles just to kind of form some kind of more structural support in these lows. You know, we don't have enough. We have an untested weekly level here. I mean, you could argue that this was the spring. This is the test. And it came down to collect liquidity from that low. And now we're going up. But I wouldn't mind at the very least another test here. To come down and take the liquidity, come down and clear this liquidity, and then the good thing about these pullbacks are that these people who are longing now will have taken their profit. That's what you want. You want them to take their profit. Once they take their profit, then you can enter long, because now you don't have to worry about all these people who are longing here to take profit. Now, if you come in now, you're worried about people taking profit into the resistance zone, into this flip. You know, you want them to take their profit first, then you're not worried about them taking profit, then you can long. You just have to wait for people to take profit. And obviously, if you get through that SR flip zone here, then you're assuming that people have taken profit, but there's enough volume to push the price up further, which is exactly what you want, and then you can buy on support. That's kind of how I would play it. And then it does change it a little bit, having this volume profile, roughly, because I can do that. So yeah, it doesn't. This is rough, you know. This is really rough. So actually, according to this, it's slightly higher than 236, but I don't know. Look, that high is not correct. It wasn't 1.1. It was, according to CoinGecko, it was like that. And then this was, I don't know, where was it? just go by what CoinGecko says. So yeah, that's this is correct. And look at that, 382 comes precisely at the launch price, which is exactly correct. You see that? So this fib lines up perfectly, and look, that 618 comes in at that high. So actually, this chart is looking to be technically correct in terms of the levels, the fib levels. That's what you want to keep in mind. So it'll be very easy to trade it, because all you want to do now is just trade it level to level. If you reclaim a level, turn it into support, just trade it to the next level. Reclaim a level, turn it into support, just trade it to the next. Just keep on trading level to level, and effectively you'll end up either going back down to retest, or you'll go up and flip to go up to, it's a bit higher, isn't it? Go up to flip to go up to the next level, and then you can take profit to go back down, to go up to flip, to take, and you just go level to level. That would be the strategy, with your largest take profit, significant portion of it at the 618 golden pocket area, and then you could let the rest run. And obviously another major take profit at the 2000x mark, at the all-time high. But I'll tell you something, not every token is going to get to the all-time high. It's a big assumption that every token is going to get back to the all-time. It's not true. I think with this one it's possible, but again, I think I'd like to see some changes on the project, and I'd like to see those questions answered. Does that answer the questions? Well, I don't know if you guys are watching, but there you go. Sorry, I wasn't actually looking at the chat. Alright, what I'll do is I'll edit that in, and then you'll have those two together. Alright, hope that helps. Take care.